This morning, the biggest names in U.S. daily fantasy sports are scrambling to reassure customers and prosecutors in the wake of a scandal compared to insider trading. DraftKings and FanDuel permanently banned employees Wednesday from playing in daily contests for money. They're also bringing in high-powered legal help after New York's Attorney General demanded answers. Only on CBS This Morning, Attorney General Eric Schneiderman is with us. Good morning.
Good morning.
So tell us what you're looking for in this inquiry. What have you found?
Well, we've just begun the inquiry. We're looking for the most basic information because these are totally unregulated gambling venues. FanDuel and DraftKings have no public regulation. They're exempt from the Internet Gambling Act of 2006. So we want to know what internal protocols they have. We want to know how they aggregate data. These are sites where people, more than 30 million people are playing on these sites. Billions of dollars are being bet on these games. And we have no guarantee, other than they're just taking their word for it, that employees there or friends of employees or relatives of employees aren't getting information, data that gives them a competitive edge. We want the playing field to be level like it's supposed to be in the NFL. We have no way of knowing if it's level now or if there are people betting on other
Are you
sites.
asking the question whether there's illegality here?
No, we're looking at either illegality or fraud. If they make representations to people that you got as much of a chance as anyone to win a bet, which essentially they do, and that's not true because there's a whole group of people who have access to information that enables them to pick football players every week that are more likely to result in a big win, then it's a rigged casino. And we have no way of knowing that right now because this has been totally unregulated.
Now, both companies say they're bringing in a former U.S. attorney. One is bringing in a former U.S. attorney general. Is that a good start? Does that at least give you some encouragement that they're trying to work out the problem? Well,
they are certainly making all the right noises. They've immediately imposed a ban on their employees gambling on other sites because you can use the data from the site you work for to bet on another site. But that also indicates to us that there wasn't a ban on that before this incident occurred. I mean, we have this one incident of an employee getting data. They say he didn't misuse the data, but he won 300.
Cleared, yeah.
Well, by them,
cleared.
he won 350,000. But they brought in two very respected law firms, Greenberg, Traurig, and Debevoise and Plimpton,
right,
as you say, to do internal investigations. I think that they're going to come up with their own rules and protocols very quickly to try and restore public confidence. But I also think that at the end of the day, we're going to see government regulation of this. This is a big business that did not exist when the statute on Internet gambling was passed, and it was given an exemption under circumstances that really don't apply today.
And if they're found of wrongdoing, what are the consequences?
Well, if they're committing fraud, then we have anti-fraud statutes in New York and in other states. We'll see what it is. We're not prejudging anything. We're looking at the data and what their procedures and policies
And what's the timing on this in terms of your inquiry and the possibility of some kind of indictment?
Well, we've given them till October 15th to comply with the first request for information. We'll obviously work with them and their lawyers to develop more of it. But this is going to take some time, and I wouldn't prejudge it to suggest there's going to be an indictment. But it clearly is an area that requires regulation. I would suggest both internal regulation by the companies and some form of government regulation, because unlike our securities markets, where there are rules about insider trading and there are strict guidelines, there's nothing here to govern how their employees use the data, how they use the data, and the potential for abuse and fraud is tremendous when you have no regulations at all.
But I do think it is important to point out you have found no wrongdoing at this point.
No, we've just started. We haven't gotten a response to our inquiry yet. We've found no evidence of wrongdoing, although they were very quick to clear their employee who won $350,000 of wrongdoing. I'll be interested to see what their internal investigations find about that also. That's a very quick decision without the outside lawyers having a chance to look. So we're all going to be looking at it at the same time. And I know that they want fan confidence restored so people will continue to place bets. No one's going to place bets if they think it's a rigged casino, so it's in everyone's interest.
Do you play? Do you play fantasy football?
Okay.
I do not play fantasy football, but I do watch football.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you, Eric.
And I see
we do too.
Well,
Thank you, Eric
We love
Schneiderman.
football.
Thank you very much.